Yo, what is up, everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review. And you guys, we just got done watching the Redskins versus Eagles game. And this is the first game I think I've ever just turned off and started making a video before the game's even over. And I know, dude, I'm not going to do what everyone expects me to do. Come up here and freak out, man. I'm not going to... See, the reason why... I don't know, just all year, we've kept having this, keep saying this whole blessing in disguise thing. Darius Geis injury was blessing in disguise because then we have, you know, Adrian Peterson signed, and just a couple times all year long, I've been sitting here trying to make, I'm naturally an optimist, all right? So I always try to be as, you know, optimistic as possible. That's why I keep bringing up these blessing in disguises and stuff like that, but you know, the reason why I'm not sitting here freaking out right now, yes, the Redskins season is over. I just don't see the Redskins going to be able to make it to the playoffs. And the reasons for that are, yes, technically the Redskins could still go to the playoffs. You know, if we just win 3 out of the next 4 games, which if you look at our schedule, I would say is doable, but now seeing that we have Mark Sanchez at quarterback, seeing that our 2 backup offensive linemen are also now out, don't know when they're going to come back, don't know what's wrong with them, just seeing all the injuries that this team has, a lot like last year, you know, I just don't see us doing anything, man, honestly, just to be honest, and like I said, just explain to you, I'm normally an optimist, but you saw it in this football game. When you have so many moving pieces and backup offensive linemen getting hurt, even backup offensive linemen coming in, you saw it on critical plays where it would be 3rd down and we got guys, you know, getting penalties, you know, false starts and stuff at the worst time in the football game, stuff like that. So, in my opinion, that's what I see for the rest of this season with the Redskins. I just don't know how we would ever get all of these new guys on the same page. The 3rd string quarterback, Mark Sanchez, has only been here 2 weeks. You're asking a lot of him, you know. So, yes, season's over in my opinion. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it's over. But there's a silver lining here. Another blessing in disguise, which might be the best one of all. And that's why I'm pulling out the old shirt. I just cannot see any way in the future that Bruce Allen comes back to this football team next year. And that is the biggest blessing in disguise of the entire season, because there's just no way, right? There's just no excuse. There's zero chance that Bruce Allen, you know, was handed a starting quarterback in this league, drafted in the 4th round, named Kirk Cousins. There's just no way that he takes that quarterback, runs him out of town, could have paid him so much more less than what we even paid Alex Smith, who, you know, everyone's all uptight about, we were going to have to pay Kirk Cousins all this money and this or that, and you're all worried about money. I'm pretty sure we have to pay Alex Smith $31 million for this year, and what did Alex Smith do for us besides a bunch of garbage? Probably some of the worst football I've ever seen him play in his career. He got hurt, you know, and we basically just let Kirk Cousins, a starting quarterback in this league, walk and got nothing in return. That's another big no-no. How do you let a guy who's so valuable, who's going to get the highest, at one point he had the highest contract in the NFL, but you know, another quarterback like Aaron Rodgers or someone after that got paid, so then they're the highest quarterback. But how do you let someone so valuable go without getting anything back? Then we trade some of our best young defensive talent in Kendall Fuller to get Alex Smith, older guy. I knew that Alex Smith was going to get hurt this season, man, and I mean, I'm not happy about it, but you know, the whole thing where I said I see Alex Smith might get hurt, and then Colt McCoy is going to come in and play lights out and stuff like that. The reason I said that is because I knew Alex Smith was due to get hurt, man. I seen it coming. Just like how I saw last year, I said before it happened that Carson Wentz was going to get hurt because Carson Wentz was running the ball way too much. I just seen it coming in Alex Smith's future. I just saw it coming, man, and I knew it was going to happen. Just like I said, I knew Carson Wentz couldn't keep up the whole running and stuff like that last year. That's how I called that before that happened. So I knew this was all going to happen, and there's just no way that Bruce Allen can come back next year despite all of this. Us having drafted a starting quarterback, franchise quarterback in this league, letting him go, not getting anything for him, bringing in an old quarterback who got injured, then our backup quarterback got injured. We're now sitting with Mark Sanchez as our starting quarterback. In my opinion, Bruce Allen has pretty much ruined any chances that Jay Gruden has ever had here as a coach with the dumbass things that he's done and just bringing negativity around the football team. There's a lot of negativity in the football, around the football team right now with the whole bringing in Reuben Foster thing, which I don't think that's, me personally, I don't think that's a big deal. But you heard him sitting here on Monday Night Football trying to trash the Redskins, talking about because Bruce Allen was willing to bring in Reuben Foster to the football team. Just when finally we got rid of the are we going to pay Kirk Cousins thing? Are we going to every single year Kirk Cousins doesn't know if he's going to be here. Fans don't know if he's going to be here. Jay Gruden doesn't know if he's going to have a quarterback. He doesn't know whose quarterback's going to be. Right when we get done all that shit that was just here every single year, drama, and we thought we were going into a year where there's going to be no drama. Bruce Allen finds a way to make drama with the whole Reuben Foster thing. Like I said, it's just thing after thing after thing, and there's zero chance that Bruce Allen comes back next year. So ultimately, yes, I'm super bummed about this season. I do think the season is over. I just don't see any way that Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden hasn't been the best head coach. I've defended him a lot, but he always does certain things that pisses me off or irks me. But I still give him credit where credit is due because look at all the injuries we've had the past couple years, man. And Bruce, going back to the whole Bruce Allen thing, Kirk Cousins, he played 3 straight years here. He took shots that I would see RG3 would take these same shots and lay on the ground, and we would sit there as fans and have to worry about, is he going to get back up? Is that the end of this guy's career? RG3 just was so slow to get up, and I saw Kirk Cousins take these same shots, get up off the ground, play every snap, try to learn from it. He's still in the league, still the quarterback, still taking every single snap, not getting injured, still trying to find ways to win. And I'd much rather have that quarterback, no matter what you guys want to say about him or turnovers or whatever, I'd much rather have that quarterback than any of the quarterbacks we've seen this year on this football team. Someone who's not going to get injured, someone who's going to, if you give him a run game and if you give him some of the defense that we've had this year, I think he would flourish. So it's just, there's just zero. I could go on and on and on and on. There's just so many things. There's just that's the, I think, ultimate blessing in disguise this year is that there's no way that Bruce Allen can come back from this. Who's going to replace Bruce Allen? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Could Gruden be gone after this season? There's a chance. I don't think it would be smart of us to do that yet. But yeah, so I'm all on board with getting rid of Bruce Allen. He has shown us he has no reason to be here. He's only harmed this franchise, and there's just no way you can come back from this. So that's ultimately why I'm not sitting up here. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not pissed off about what happened this season. I was not fooled. I was not fooled in the slightest. In the slightest. We were in 5-2. I dare you go back and watch the video of when we won a football game and we were 5-2, and I made a video, and I got criticized for being pissed off in the video because I'm supposed to be happy. Guys, I'm supposed to be happy that we're 5-2. I'm just supposed to be happy that we're 5-2. No, I was not happy because I was not fooled, bro. I'm not going to be fooled yet again. I seen the holes in this football team. I saw that we were not playing good football. I don't care if we're 5-2. We weren't playing good football. That's why I was pissed off. And now we ultimately get to see, where that led. I was not fooled in the slightest, man. I don't give a shit if we're 5-2 until we make the playoffs. I'm not going to sit here and think that this team is completely different from teams of old, and it's just kind of hilarious. Even though Josh Norman had the nice interception in the red zone today, Josh Norman with the whole causing drama thing too, like, oh, why don't Redskins fans come to games? It's like, bro, what are we supposed to come to games for? What? I'm not fooled, man. I know you guys are going to fold. The Redskins are what I made a video titled "The Redskins Are What They Say We Are," and we still are what they say we are. We fold under pressure. We never get guys who step up in the moments. Preston Smith did not a goddamn thing today when we need him to do the most. Ryan Kerrigan didn't do much today either, but guess what? Ryan Kerrigan's done a lot this season compared to Preston Smith, so I'm going to harp more on Preston Smith. What did Preston Smith do today? Fucking nothing. Guys who we need to step up did fucking nothing. I sit here and I watch all these videos of DJ Swearinger running his mouth before the game, trying to get guys psyched up. He comes out there and plays like trash at points in this football game too. I mean, you have to back that shit up. If you're going to sit here and talk and talk and talk, you got to back that shit up, DJ Swearinger. And you had not a good game. The whole defense couldn't tackle. I made the one video where I said we were gonna miss Bashaw Breeland was gonna be the most person that we missed, that we lost in the offseason, besides Kirk Cousins. And now I'm sitting here thinking maybe it is, maybe it could be true because we don't have anyone who tackles on defense. We can't block anyone on defense, or we can't tackle. We can't stop Zach Ertz. We can't stop any receiver. Josh Norman's getting torn up the last couple games. 37. Man, you guys know who I'm talking about. Guy from Virginia Tech. He's getting destroyed all game. I mean, come on, man. And that's the thing is, like, we're most healthy on defense, And another thing is, what the fuck has Clinton Dix done since he's been here? I liked the meta of having DJ Swearinger and Monte Nicholson better. At least when Monte Nicholson was in the game, he was fucking hitting people. At least Monte Nicholson was physical. He flew around with reckless abandonment, hurt people. He did something. He was a physical presence on the field. Clinton Dix is taking some of the worst angles to tackle someone I've ever seen in my life the last game. I mean, I don't understand why we... I liked the move when we did it because of what we gave up to get Clinton Dix, but I also said on Facebook when I was talking to my cousin, I was like, I don't know why we would mess with the meta that we have already going. I liked what we had with DJ Swearinger and Monte Nicholson. Weren't we just raving about, Monte Nicholson, besides him having some injury concerns? He was playing, he was really good for us since we've drafted him. Then we go out and get Clinton Dix. I mean, I just haven't seen him make plays. What plays has he made? He's half the time he can't tackle. He's taking bad angles. He just hasn't jumped off the screen at me. So, I mean, just it's one thing after another with this football team. There's still a chance because of our schedule. And there's a lot of people I saw that said, as soon as I saw someone say on a video somewhere, I don't know if it was my video or somewhere else, someone said, the second that Mark Sanchez is our starting quarterback or gets on the football field, our season's over. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. That we could have much worse, third-string quarterbacks than Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez does. All I'm saying is I'd much rather have someone like Mark Sanchez, no matter how bad he's been in the past. At least he has experience. Compared to what if we had, Nate Sudfeld? You know how we drafted Nate Sudfeld and had him as a backup, a third string backup? Like, I would much rather see, someone like Mark Sanchez who is experienced have to come in than, like a rookie, third string quarterback, just who's inexperienced. So I just feel a little bit more comfortable with someone like Mark Sanchez in there. So, I mean, it wouldn't absolutely blow my mind if Mark Sanchez somehow finds a way to win 3 more games this season with the schedule that we have. But, now we got to play. It's just one thing after another for the Redskins. All these injuries now. I don't even have an idea of how many injuries we have. We just got Trey Quinn back last game, and he looked good. And then next thing you know, he's walking in a fucking boot, and he's not playing this week. I mean, come on, man. I just don't understand. We've been without Chris Thompson for how many games this season? We've been without so many people with, and then you go and just look at our entire roster. Jordan Reed's been finally healthy this season, even though no one can find a way to give him the football this season, which Kirk Cousins used to find people and make and score points and have people make plays. Kirk Cousins used to distribute the football to everyone. He used to move the ball down the field. He used to score way more points than what we've been doing all season long, and he never had a run game, and he never had a defense. And I would just love to see what would have happened if we would have had him and taken pressure off of him. Yes, Kirk Cousins will make mistakes. Yes, Kirk Cousins is a quarterback that needs a team around him to help elevate his game, but I'd much rather have a guy who's not going to get injured, a guy who's going to try to learn from his mistakes, and a guy that if you gave him Adrian Peterson and this nice defensive line that we have, that people are afraid to run the ball to, so that's why they're just running to the outside, because like I said, all season long, Mason Foster is such a liability in the screen passes and the outside runs. He's too slow. People pick on him. I've seen that all season. I've been saying that all season. So it's just one thing after another. And then, like I said, now it's just a good example of it's one thing after another. We just now lost our 3rd straight game. And then guess what? Now we get to play the Giants. And the Giants are actually figuring their shit out at this point in the season. And they're finally clicking and playing some decent football. That's when we got to play the Giants now. Just like I said, one thing after another. It's just one of those seasons. And I wasn't fooled in the slightest. I know there's a lot of people fooled. Other people wanted to even, criticize me for not being extremely happy that the Redskins were 5-2. But I just wasn't fooled in the slightest, man. I've seen too much from this team. And like DJ Swanger said a couple, like last game or something like that, where he said, now I understand why nobody gives us credit and shit like that, because they lost a game, like a game they should have, found a way to win. And, and that's just the truth, man. And that's the sad truth. This is another season of Redskins fans being, shit on really by the organization, being shit on by the players, the team. It's not like we can do anything really about it, but it's just another one of those seasons where, I turn the game off before it's over, man. Like, I've never done that ever. I don't think ever have I been like, it's over. I'm just going to turn the game off. I've never done that before. And a season that we were 5-2, that happened the same season. So that's why the Redskins don't get credit. That's why the organization is just a terrible one. Yes, we play in the NFC East. Yes, it's a hard division, but it's just clear mistakes, clear shit that I'm just a fan. I just sit here and watch this shit as a hobby. I watch this games for fun. I can sit here and point shit out and saying, why are we doing that? Why do we do that? Why do we make that move? Why do we let Kirk Cousins go without getting anything in return for him? It's just clear as day. I can see that shit, and I have no professional experience. I'm not a general manager. I'm not a offensive coordinator. But when the fans can sit there and just see through all this shit, that's when you know everything's fucked up. And that is just the. Like I said, I'm normally an optimist, and that's why I'm trying to turn this into an optimistic viewpoint, which is, Bruce Allen is hopefully going to be gone next season. Hopefully he never gets to touch this football team again or influence this football team ever again. Now, that leaves a chance for someone even worse to come in here, right? Well, guess what? I'm willing to take that gamble. I know what Bruce Allen is. I know what he's done. He's just really not helped his football team out. The whole Kirk Cousins situation, I'm sure people are tired of hearing me talking about it. To me, that's the dumbest thing our organization's ever done, ever. Drafting a franchise quarterback, whether he's your favorite quarterback or not, he's still a franchise quarterback. He still went and got all that money for a reason. He still is in the league playing every snap for a reason. We had him and we fucked it up. We let him go for nothing. It makes no sense. We bring in a guy. We trade away some of our best young defensive talent, who was one of the best corners in the league. Let him go. Just doesn't make any sense. It just, the things that we do don't make any sense, and I can't get frustrated. I can't, you just gotta let it go, man. Like, there's nothing else I can do. Just having a team that gives you hope. Oh, we're 5-2. We have hope, and things are different this year. Do you think fans want to feel this way? Do you think fans sitting at 5-2? Do you think I want to sit here and know that some shit's gonna go wrong? That I know something bad is in the future? That things aren't going to go the way that they should, or they seemingly are going to? To know, how Stephen A. Smith or whatever, he always says the Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen or whatever. That's us, man. We're an accident waiting to happen, dude. And nobody's really. People say that type of stuff about us, but they never said that exact quote. But that's true. That's us, man. We're an accident. We're an accident waiting to happen. We're sitting here 5-2, and yeah, we have a roster full of injured people. For some reason, we always have a roster full of injured people. Whether it's Jordan Reed, when Jordan Reed's healthy, yeah, he's one of the best tight ends in the football in football in general. But guess what? He's injured all the time. We just have so many people that are injured all the time. We have Trent Williams in the game getting penalty after penalty. Why is he even playing if his fucking hand's broken? We have a good backup. Let Ty and Secchi play, and let Trent Williams be the backup in case he goes down. I don't understand why we got this dude in there struggling his ass off. I just don't understand that. And then I understand the other thing, because what if you put in Ty and Secchi and then he starts to suck it up, and then people say, oh, you have Trent Williams on your team, why don't you have him in there? I understand that's a hard call, but 2 games in a row, Trent Williams, a guy who's supposed to be one of the best tackles in the league, is not playing well. So what are you keeping him in the football game for if he's not healthy? If he's not healthy, let him fucking get healthy. And guess what? I'm tired of not having healthy people. If they're not going to fucking stay healthy, get rid of them. Let's find some healthy people. Let's draft people who, can stay healthy. And I understand that's not a fucking easy job. I understand that. But if we look at what Bruce Allen has done and whoever's in charge of this football team, why are we the most injured team over and over and over again? Why? What's the reasoning? Maybe it's got to do something to do with them. I'm willing to sit there and cut bait and see what's going to happen with the new people. I'm not willing to. I really don't want to see Jay Gruden go just yet, because he has taken us to the playoffs one year, and then also look what we've been decimated with injuries every single year. What is he supposed to do, man? He's got Mark Sanchez as a fucking quarterback. Our backup quarterback didn't just hurt himself. He literally just hurt himself. He ran like that. Like, that's all on Colt McCoy. You could have thrown that fucking football away, but no, you ran with the football, and I don't understand that either. I'm super. I was really disappointed in Colt McCoy. I really thought that him sitting on the bench for that much time, he was going to really come out and give it his best. And if he did give it his best, good on him. But I was just really disappointed in Colt McCoy. I think a lot of Redskins fans have seen him play in the preseason, and he's he knows the system, man. So I was optimistic about Colt McCoy, but I was wrong, man. He can't even stay healthy. He's had injury concerns in his past, and then we've got backups to backups out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. I see it all the time right now on Facebook. Everyone's saying, fire Jay Gruden. I'm seeing people say fire Jay Gruden more than saying fire Bruce Allen or whoever the fuck is the one in charge of our football team, because Jay Gruden's not picking these. He's being handed a team and saying coach these guys up. And although I'm not saying he is the best coach at all, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, what is he supposed to do with what he's given, man? Our entire team's been decimated with injuries the past couple years. That's not his fault. He's not the one out there fucking playing football. Yes, I get tired of some of his play calls at times. Yes, in this game, it took for Mark Sanchez, our third string quarterback, to come in for him to say, let's give Adrian Peterson the football, and he ran for a 90-yard touchdown. That pisses me off. We understood that in the young part of the season that we were good at running the football and stopping the run. That was our meta. The last couple games, we haven't really done that. Jay Gruden's gotten away from that. That's pissed me off. But guess what? I'm just not okay with just I think Jay Gruden has one more year on contract or something like that. I don't see why we would let Jay Gruden go all of a sudden after the season. Just honestly because of the injuries. Because of the injuries, man. That's not his fault. He's not getting people injured. And we got to see what he can do when he's got, hopefully, maybe next season, maybe we got some Darius Geis back. Maybe he can stay healthy. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I think Jay Gruden deserves at least one more year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's got one more year on his contract. I just don't think it makes sense to let him go. Even with all these injuries and stuff like that, he's stabilized our football team. If you don't remember the past, we used to be up and down, up and down, up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 down. We used to be so bad and inconsistent at times. At least we are a middle-of-the-pack football team while we have Jay Gruden here. He's a big factor in that. And I think unless we could go out and, I'm sure that's what a lot of people are going to be talking about is getting Mike McCarthy, right, is his name. I should know. But the Giant, or the Packers head coach who just got fired. I don't know. I don't know what else to do, man. But I'm, I'm willing to cut bait with Bruce Allen and see what happens. And it sucks that I sat here this whole time and talked more about our organization than I did the football game. And the reason, and for me sitting here talking more about the organization than the football game that just happened, Josh Norman, that's why Redskins fans don't come to football games, because I had to sit here and do that. I wish I could sit here and talk about how we went out there and gave it to the Philadelphia Eagles. But no, the Philadelphia Eagles, they had shit going on offense. They knew our defense's weaknesses, and what do? They exploited it. They ran the balls to the perimeter. They threw the ball on screens all the time. How many times did they throw the ball on screens? And we're sitting here watching Preston Smith and Ryan Kerrigan just go swooping in with nobody blocking them to Carson Wentz. Is that not a clear, there's no one blocking you? They want you to do that, bro. They're throwing a screen pass. It's going to be a screen. Do you think they're just going to allow you to walk up to Carson Wentz? No, they're setting up a screen behind your ass. You're out of the play. You're not doing anything to help anybody. They just out-schemed us. They outplayed us. Their offense looked much better. Our offense has been complete shit all year. And, much different from the last 3 years, when we had a quarterback who spread the ball around the playmakers and let them make plays. I just really don't know what else to say, man. It's really being a Redskins fan right now is just really it's really just sit back and wait. Just don't get your hopes up. Sit back and wait and see what happens. I mean, we got to play the Giants next week. like I said, the Giants now have shit rolling. They've just been playing some decent football the last couple weeks. If we're not, we were 5-2, right? Everyone's jumping for joy, right? Yeah, guess what? We might end up having the same freaking record as the Giants. We might even have the worst record in our division, bro. Like, do you understand? So all we can do is sit back and wait, man. Just see, maybe Mark Sanchez can do some shit. I don't know, man. I wouldn't hold my breath, but and that's the thing. If it was just Mark Sanchez, if we were sitting here saying, "Hey, Mark Sanchez, come in here and win us. We need 3 games. We need 3 games. Can you win us 3 games?" And we had to sit here and say, "Come on in here and do that." I wouldn't be too worried. But if we're sitting here saying, "Hey, Mark Sanchez, the 3rd string quarterback, come in here and win us 3 games with how many backup offensive linemen out? Trent Williams with a damn cast on his hand last game, obviously still has issues with his hand, seeing that he's playing like garbage right now. Injuries upon injuries. You don't even know who's going to be available each week. We now got Jamison Crowder back. Can't get Jamison Crowder the ball, really. We got Jordan Reed's been healthy all year, blows my mind. For all 3 of our quarterbacks, well, I'll take that back. Colt McCoy was getting the ball to him, but all the other quarterbacks can't find a way to get him the ball. So I'm not going to hold my breath, man. It doesn't look good. Season's pretty much over, in my opinion. And the only good twist I can put onto that is the reason why we are where we are right now is the higher ups. The higher ups. We gotta get some competent people in here, and we can't do that if people like Bruce Allen are still here. So to me, there's a silver lining. Hopefully, I'm trying to point out any positives from this that I can, and hopefully that we get somebody different managing this football team very soon. So that's all I gotta say, man. So hail to the Redskins. Hopefully we can find a way to beat the Giants. I'm not one of these people who are like, oh, now that our season's pretty much over, let's just lose all the games to get a better draft. Nah, F that, man. I want to win as many games as I can. I want to win. That's plain and simple. I want to win. I want to beat the Giants. I want to beat every single team that we have on our schedule, man. I'm not one of these people who are like, oh, now that it looks bad for us, let's just tank our season and try to get a better draft pick. Nah, that's stupid, man. I want to play for pride, and even though someone says, oh, you guys didn't go to the playoffs, well, guess what? Maybe we swept you, Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather say that than whatever. I want to win. Ultimate goal, win. So yeah, hopefully we find a way to beat these Giants next week. Hail to the Redskins, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the game. Let me know what you guys think about what I have to say. See you in the next one. Peace.